Welcome back to my channel. The rain poured over the loading docks as Daniel Carter, a hardworking single dad, parked his old semi-truck outside the headquarters of Titan Freight Logistics. It was his 7th interview. 7 applications. 7 rejections. The receptionist looked at him and sighed. "Mr. Carter, the CEO only has 2 minutes." Daniel smiled politely. 2 minutes is all I need. Inside the executive office, CEO Victoria Hayes stood beside the glass window overlooking hundreds of company trucks. Without even inviting Daniel to sit, she crossed her arms. "I've reviewed your file." Daniel nodded. Victoria continued coldly. "You own only 3 trucks. We're looking for national carriers, not struggling family businesses." Daniel calmly replied. "My 3 trucks have never missed a delivery." Victoria barely looked at him. "That won't change my decision." She signed another rejection letter. "I'm sorry. But Titan Freight isn't interested." Daniel quietly accepted the paper. Before leaving, he turned around and said one sentence. "One day, your company will need the drivers you ignored." Victoria smiled sarcastically. "I doubt that." Daniel walked away. Outside, his 10-year-old daughter Emma waited in the passenger seat. "Did you get the contract, Dad?" He smiled even though his heart hurt. "Not this time." Emma squeezed his hand. "We'll keep trying." That simple sentence gave Daniel the strength to continue. Months passed. While giant trucking companies chased profits, Daniel built something different. He treated every driver like family. He paid them fairly. He personally repaired broken trucks at night. Soon, 3 trucks became 5. 5 became 12. Within 3 years, Daniel owned more than 80 trucks operating across several states. His company became known for one thing. Every delivery arrived on time. Meanwhile, Titan Freight began making serious mistakes. Drivers quit. Maintenance was ignored. Customers canceled contracts. Victoria believed the company was still untouchable. Until one terrible Monday morning. A massive snowstorm shut down highways across the region. Nearly 80% of Titan's fleet became stranded. Thousands of shipments stopped moving. Phones rang non-stop. Angry customers demanded answers. One executive rushed into Victoria's office. "We have a disaster. Our biggest client says if we don't deliver within 48 hours, they'll cancel the entire contract." Victoria asked nervously. "How many trucks are still available?"
Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Enjoy the video.
The room became silent. "Only 6. She couldn't believe it. Then another executive quietly placed a report on her desk. "There is only one independent fleet close enough to rescue every shipment." Victoria looked down. The company name froze her. Carter Family Logistics. Daniel Carter. The same man. She had rejected 7 times. Within an hour, Victoria climbed into her SUV and drove personally to Daniel's headquarters. She expected another tiny trucking yard. Instead, she stopped in complete disbelief. More than 100 spotless orange trucks stood lined up across a huge distribution center. Drivers worked efficiently. Mechanics inspected engines. Forklifts loaded trailers with military precision. Emma, now 13, greeted every employee by name. Victoria whispered, "This can't be." Daniel stepped out of his office wearing simple work clothes. He smiled politely. "Good afternoon, Ms. Hayes. I wasn't expecting you." Victoria took a deep breath. "I need your help." Daniel remained calm. "My company depends on yours now." Daniel looked across his busy yard. Then back at the woman who had once rejected him without a second thought. "I remember 7 interviews." Victoria lowered her eyes. "So do I." For the first time in her career, the powerful CEO had no advantage. She wasn't negotiating from strength anymore. She was asking the single dad she had underestimated to save her company. Daniel looked toward his fleet of trucks. Then quietly said, "I'll listen. But my answer depends on one condition. Victoria's heart began to race. What condition? Daniel smiled. But before he could answer, a black luxury SUV sped through the gates. 3 unfamiliar executives stepped out. One of them shouted, "Mr. Carter. We'll pay double whatever Titan offers." Daniel looked from the strangers to Victoria, as both companies realized that the future of a billion-dollar contract now rested in the hands of the single dad they once ignored. Subscribe me.